Japan is one place that everyone should visit at least once in their lifetime. The country boasts incredible food, unique culture, beautiful tourist spots, and a heady mix of traditions and modernity. In this video, we're going to list some of the best places you can visit while on a trip to Japan. So stick around for an extensive travel itinerary. First up, Tokyo. Tokyo is the ultra-modern capital city of Japan. Crazy about anime, this city has a largely animated feel to it as well. People in Tokyo are always on the go with numerous skyscrapers, arcades, themed cafes, urban parks, and restaurants. Tourists at the city can visit Disneyland, Skytree, or Disney Sea. If you're looking for a different and quirky experience, you could dress up as your favorite character and drive a go-kart on real roads. Or you could head to the robot restaurant for a sensory overload. For a historic excursion, you could also visit either Tokyo National Museum or the Edo Tokyo Museum. Next we have Kyoto. Kyoto is often called the city of palaces, shrines, and gardens. The city is the epitome of traditional Japan. Geisha dressed in brightly colored kimonos walking about, emerging from wooden tea houses, sitting around peaceful rock gardens surrounded by the cherry blossom petals dancing on the winds. Bamboo forests give way to shrines and temples in striking golds, silvers, and scarlets that you can experience in this historical city. To get a true feel of Kyoto, head towards the mountains to see monks in flowing robes strolling through narrow stone streets with old wooden houses, surrounded by the sounds of chanting and gongs from the many temples and shrines. Head to Gion to spot geisha, visit Higashiyama to explore temples, and drop by Arashiyama to see bamboo groves populated by monkeys. And now, Osaka. If you are a foodie with a love for all things neon, this port city situated 35 miles southwest of Kyoto is worth a visit. The city offers amazing shopping arcades, incredible food, and the nightlife of a partygoer's dreams. Head to Dotonbori, the bright heart of Osaka, for a sensory overload from the extravagant signage, gaudy neon lights, and myriad of restaurants and bars, all while enjoying the sights of the Dotonbori Canal running along the street. For a more historical trip, head to the reconstructed 16th century Osaka Castle. You could also visit the Harry Potter world at Universal Studios for a contemporary end to your city visit. Up next is Nara. Nara was Japan's first permanent capital, and the culturally rich city is famous for housing the Great Buddha, a 50-foot tall bronze statue. This jaw-dropping national treasure is housed in Todaji Temple, which is the largest wooden building in the world. After visiting this awe-inspiring statue, head to Nara Park, located on the temple grounds, to see wild deer strolling about. The park offers a peaceful respite from the excitement of your trip and is the perfect stop before heading on to Yakushiji Temple, one of the 7 great temples of Nara. Now, on to Mount Fuji. A trip to Japan would be incomplete without a visit to Mount Fuji, the tallest mountain of Japan and a paradise for adventure seekers. The mountain site offers something for everybody. The official climbing season opens in July and goes on till September. In warmer months, tourists can visit the area's museums and amusement parks. Those visiting in winter months can enjoy a soak in the hot springs or ski down Mount Fuji's slopes. If you are not so adventurously inclined, you can admire the area's breathtaking beauty from a distance, like many of the poets and artists who are inspired by the perfectly round form of Mount Fuji. Next up, Hiroshima, a city that suffered the ravages of war and rebuilt itself completely. Hiroshima is currently one of the most popular places to visit in Japan. Start your tour of Hiroshima by seeking out the Peace Memorial Museum and Park to pay your respects to the victims of the world's first atomic bombing in 1945. Then explore the serene Shakian Garden or take a peek at the exhibits at the Hiroshima City Museum of Contemporary Art before visiting Sedankyo Gorge to hike or boat past its beautiful waterfalls, coves, and caves. Now for Sapporo. If you're visiting Japan during wintertime, you must visit Hokkaido Island's capital. Famous for hosting the 1972 Winter Olympics, the city's main draws are winter activities and beer. Visit the ski slopes for an adrenaline rush or get your fill of the Sapporo Snow Festival, hosted every February, that attracts tourists and city dwellers alike with huge snow sculptures, famous brews, and tasty bites. Speaking of brews, the Sapporo Beer Museum is a point of attraction for beer lovers all over the world. For visitors with a sweet tooth, the chocolate-themed Shiroi Koibito Park is the perfect place to visit after a steaming bowl of ramen in Susukino. Next, we have Fukuoka. Fukuoka is the oldest city in Japan. History buffs will enjoy the mix of sprawling urbania, sandy coastlines, and ancient temples and shrines. The Tojoji Temple houses the largest sitting wooden Buddha in Japan and is a must-visit. To venture into the city's natural attractions, head over to the Nokonoshima Island for glimpses glimpses of colorful floral fields and scenic views of the surrounding bay. The relaxed vibe and intriguing food culture makes this place a perfect spot for rest and recreation. And now, Hokkaido. Hokkaido is the northernmost island of Japan, and it's an outdoorsy person's nirvana. The island is known for its natural beauty and abundance of outdoor activities, hot springs galore, volcanoes, and ski areas aplenty. This island will fulfill all of your adventure needs. And if you're looking for some downtime, head to the picturesque Blue Pond or Asahiyama Zoo for a bit. Hokkaido offers a lovely family vacation spot or tourist getaway. Up next, Kobe. The cosmopolitan city of Kobe is unexpectedly aesthetic. The concrete jungle lies between Mount Roko and the sea and is a bullet train ride away. The city rebuilt itself after an earthquake in 1995 and is a marvel of sleek architecture and green spaces like Sorokin Garden. Kobe is famous for its scrumptious beef and fragrant sake. You can order a beef burger in literally any joint in the city, and it will be the dining experience of a lifetime. To enjoy the city's majestic views, climb the Kobe Port Tower or ride the Shinkobe ropeway. Now, on to Takayama, a small town with old-world charm nestled high up in the mountains of Gifu. Takayama is the ultimate retreat away from the bustling city life. The town is not a conventional tourist destination, but has its own charms. Tiny wooden houses, colorful shrines, neatly shaped trees, and red bridges suspended over the river make wandering around the town a lovely experience. During a visit to the town, you could wander the city early in the morning, buying fruits from the early markets, or see the extravagant floats at the Festival Floats exhibition hall, or cycle through the countryside with a Satayama experience. Next up, Nikko, a temple town and UNESCO World Heritage Site located in proximity to Tochigi Prefecture. The Toshugo Shrine and Rennoji Temple attract visitors from all over the world to see the stunning complexes with dozens of lavishly decorated red and gold buildings amongst huge ancient cedar trees. The region boasts lavish architecture surrounded by nature. You can visit the Nikko National Park to get a look at traditional structures nestled in between mountains, waterfalls, hot springs, and lakes. Afterwards, pay a visit to Edo Wonderland, a themed area that takes you back into the ancient Japanese era. Now for Izu Peninsula. If you get tired of the fast pace of Tokyo City and are looking for a getaway, head to Izu Peninsula, situated 62 miles southwest of the city. A rugged coastline, stunning white sand beaches, mountains, and hot springs attract locals and foreigners alike to the scenic peninsula. If you want a break from the numerous outdoor excursions, head to one of the various museums of the peninsula or experience one of the numerous ryokans, Japanese traditional inns, sprinkled across the peninsula. Next is Okinawa. Okinawa comprises more than 160 tropical islands in the south of Japan. The Japanese prefecture is a top destination for diving and snorkeling. Divers and snorkelers can observe multiple coral reefs teeming with fish, hammerhead sharks, and manta rays that you can access from beautiful beaches like those found on Okinawa's Kurama Islands. If you're visiting between January and March, you may even be able to spot migrating whales. On the island, tourists can venture to one of the world's largest aquariums, castle ruins, and a museum that showcases Okinawa's colorful culture and unique history. And finally, Hakone. Hakone is a popular mountainous area that boasts great views of the elusive Mount Fuji from Ashinoko Lake that you can enjoy during a boat ride even on the most cloudy days. After a sighting of the mountain, you can soak in one of the 17 different hot springs or visit a hot spring-themed park with a unique bath experience like a coffee bath or a mulled wine soak. Dry off after an invigorating bath and head over to one of Hakone's art museums, such as the Okada Museum of Art, Hakone Open Air Museum, or the Hakone Museum of Art for some stunning sightings. Your trip to Japan will definitely be successful if you visit some, if not all, of these destinations. And that's a wrap for this video. Have you been to any of these places before? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.